Hello, guys. Welcome to the bridge. I'm Viti,
I'm Akhilesh.
and as it becomes very obvious from the screen that we are witnessing right now, we are here to talk about one yet another historic medal by Deepthi Jeevanji. She was definitely a medal potential when the event started, and Deepthi Jeevanji has outclassed at on the Paralympics field because this is a debut Olympics, and this is for the first time an intellectually impaired person is participating and representing India at the Paralympics. And the performance has been incredible on that field, which was so strong. And she, from the first heat in 400 meter in women's 400 meter T25 heats, she made sure that she remained in the contention. Because actually, if we want to go through her heats once, we'll be able to understand where exactly she was placed and how why she was a medal potential.
Yes, she was definitely a medal potential because she topped her heats with a comfortably good score against a good field there as well. And she was definitely after that. After looking at that, you could see that what she's got in her arsenal and sort of a medal contender for sure. And she is the world champion earlier this year in Kobe in the World Championships, where she did beat the silver medalist over here, the Turkish silver medalist as well.
Yeah.
And so it was a very strong field. For context, the player who came fourth, Brianne Clark of the United States, is a two-time defending Paralympic champion. She won gold in Tokyo, she won gold in Rio, and Deepthi Jeevanji has beaten her to take the bronze. And it was an incredibly good race because till the end you didn't know who the three medalists are going to be. And Deepthi was trying to get Priyank Clark did take the lead. Then Deepthi was sort of trying to get back over there, and Deepthi was almost in a second position for a while when the Turkish ISL owner, who did break the world record in the heats, really took off in the last 50 meters to take the silver. And the Ukrainian, rightly so, took the gold. She was the silver medalist as well in the previous Olympics. So it's a strong field, and Deepthi Jeevanji has done impressively to take the bronze medal.
Yeah. So even when we talk about the heats that took place, right? So Deepthi was definitely overshadowed every single of her opponent in the heat with a timing of 55.45, right? And obviously this is way lesser than what her personal best was, and she almost was going to break the world record, but then there was the Turkish athlete who went on to break the world record 54.96, and she definitely became this gold medal contender. Now when we talk about the final race, Akhilesh, when we say that the field was very strong, it became evident in those last moments where the and the Turkish athlete and obviously the Ukrainian who went ahead to win the gold and register her PB of 55.16. All these three contenders were fighting till the end, till the final line, and it was actually the Ukrainian who just overtook, right? And basically that just sets the tone of how competitive the field was, and how Deepthi was consistent throughout, because even the commentators kept talking about Deepthi and how she's performing throughout the race, right? That also says that because this is her first Paralympics, and just to participate at those greatest games, not only participate but become a potential medalist, and at the end of the day win that historic medal itself is a big deal for someone like Deepthi Jeevanji, who has a humble background, because she's from Warangal district in Hyderabad and comes from a very humble family of daily wage laborers. But for her and her parents, that never became a limitation. They sold land to support Deepti's dream. And when I say land, it was not a huge piece of land. It was half acres of land that was sold. But even though when we say that Deepti Jeevanji suffers from intellectual impairment, she understood how important this land her parents have sold to support her dreams was. So after Para Asian Games, she set the world Asian record in 400-meter T20 category and won the gold. And when she came back, she gifted the same land back to her parents. That just makes her more sensible in the whole world. I think that moments make the whole sense and the world to her parents when someone like Deepthi, who has some sort of limitations from the birth, acts so mature and so responsible just to understand what her parents have sacrificed just to support her athletics dreams, right? Because the society didn't exactly support her, Kilisha.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's evident the hardship she's gone through to come to this stage, and her performance has sort of reflected on the the level of determination she's had throughout her career, a very young career as well. She's become the youngest female track medalist, female athletics medalist for India, and that's another great achievement. It shows how the women are also winning medals in the in the athletics department. You looked at Preeti Pal, who won 2 bronze, and now it's Deepthi Jeevanji's turn.
Yeah,
And as we have discussed, there's Simran Sharma, who's also coming up. So there are a great field of track athletes, of women of India who are performing at the high level. And yeah, Deepthi Jeevanji did break the world record in the World Championship early on this year, which is also broken by the Turkish sprinter this time in the Paralympics. So it's just a high competition that the athletes are having, and yeah, it was great to see overall how they performed.
exactly. And the top timings in this particular final also just state that how how strong the field was, because the Ukrainian time 55.16, the Turkish time 55.23, and Deepthi Jeevanji time 55.82. Obviously, not her best performance, but enough to give her and gift her the story bronze medal. And this also says that she has so much scope to improve, because this is way lesser than what she could register on her personal best and the best days. One of the best days definitely for India, because Deepthi Jeevanji has decorated her neck with a historic medal in bronze. And it also says that, as you mentioned, that women have been sort of outperforming and overshadowing the world in athletics per se. And Deepthi Jeevanji, Preeti Pal are just the names that we'll be talking about for years to come. And will be that someone would bring on their build on their legacy. But considering that both Deepthi and Preeti have a lot of time and age on their side, it also just says that there's so much scope and so much potential both of these athletes have. Considering their limitations, they have never allowed those limitations to define themselves, because when they go today after their historic medals around their neck, it's just going to define and redefine their struggles and their achievements when they come back home, right? And just with hope that they are celebrated with the same gravity, with the gravity that they have achieved so much for India at the Paralympic Games.
Definitely, and you can see that she's just 21 years old now, and
Yeah,
as and
yeah,
when she gets that experience, she'll understand how fast she needs to be on a certain level.
yeah,
One thing that she would definitely want to work on is her timing, which was much better in the heats and was not the same in the final. If she had
yeah,
matched that, she probably would have taken even taken the gold. So that is
yeah,
something I think she is definitely capable of doing, and that is what she
yeah.
would be working on, I'm sure. And as she gets the experience, we will see her doing greater things, achieve this consistently at the highest level, and she'll definitely be a constant name in the chatter of people in India discussing sports.
It also speaks a lot about that this is Deepti's debut Paralympics. All right. And when we talk about the games, we are talking about a destination, one of the biggest platform there is in sports across the globe. So when we say it's a debut Olympics, you don't you just go and perform. That's the best you could do. But athletes like Deepthi Jeevanji, they're just here to set a benchmark. Right? Yeah, what if it's a debut Olympics? I'm very much capable enough to perform with a medal, and this is exactly what Deepthi Jeevanji has to do, regardless of her limitations, regardless of what her life has put obstacles in front of her, humble background, her intellectual impairment. None of this got into her way, and the history that she she was meant to create. And Deepthi Jeevanji has bagged a bronze, an historic bronze in the men's T20 category, becoming home with the crown of history, decorating on her head with a lot of promise to prove because she has age and definitely time on her side. So Deepthi Jeevanji for you guys, with another history in her kitty and a lot more potential to create more. Thank you for joining for this live. Stay tuned with the bridge to follow to receive all the updates regarding Indian films. Please do not forget to click on like, share, and subscribe, and follow the bridge for all Paralympic related updates and off the field updates. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Take care.